Hello everyone, welcome to Maitreya UPSC. In this session, we are going to discuss why and how of newspaper reading. See, in almost everyone understand importance of current affair in UPSC preparation. Still, there are various opinions and views regarding how one should prepare current affair for UPSC. Some topper says that they have followed newspaper regularly and religiously. At the same time, few toppers are of the opinion that they have not followed newspaper at all and relied solely on the monthly compilation or monthly magazine by various coaching institutes. At this point, you should understand why newspaper is important for UPSC preparation. See, monthly magazine or compilation can give you content, but UPSC is beyond content. You must have certain kind of skills to clear this exam, like multidimensional thinking, comprehension skill, your thinking skill, analyzing skill. These skills are very important. See, those have relied only on monthly compilation may have acquired such skill in their earlier phases like school days, college days, graduation days. So, with monthly magazine, they must have benefited with their already acquired skill. But most of the people struggle with this aspect, they have underdeveloped such skills. So for them, newspaper reading becomes crucial. See, comprehension skill is important at every stage of UPSC preparation, be it CSAT of UPSC prelim or GS of prelim as well as mains paper. You have to understand GS question to attempt it. Addressing the demand of the question requires actually understanding the question, which comes with the comprehension skill. In this regard, newspaper definitely helps. Then, second aspect which is very important in context of newspaper reading is many people found that 2023 prelim paper was very difficult and UPSC has asked various factual questions. So where to locate this question? See, if you are a keen reader of newspaper, you can attempt such questions with elimination technique. You have fair idea related to various facts or various understanding happening around you. So newspaper helps to understand or helps to eliminate options in UPSC prelim. Advantage of newspaper is that many things are repeated in newspaper, so it reduces burden of your remembering. You don't need to mug up many things from the newspaper as things get repeated and again in newspaper. Whereas in monthly compilation, as it is not easy to internalize, you have to revise it many times to have some kind of utility in your means if you do not revise current affair magazine again and again, it will not have any utility in your actual mains or prelim paper. You will feel hard to remember such facts. So in this context, newspaper reading is very important. Another aspect of importance of newspaper, it gives you value differentiating data or content for UPSC mains. See, in UPSC mains, half extra marks in each question will give you edge over the many aspirant. Newspaper provides you ample data, facts, case studies, examples which you can quote in your answer to make your answer unique from others. At the same time, it enhances your thinking ability, which generates many points in mains answer writing. So in that context, newspaper reading is also important. Now, after discussing what is importance of newspaper reading, we will see how one should approach newspaper reading. See, in initial newspaper reading phase, you should keep newspaper UPSC syllabus and question paper with you. Having extraordinary control on syllabus and question paper is essential prerequisite to get maximum output from the newspaper. I will suggest in initial phase, read syllabus first, go through syllabus first, and then go through newspaper. It will also reduce your time of newspaper reading. Many people find it difficult to understand what is important and what is not from your newspaper. So in this context, going through UPSC syllabus will definitely help. Then another important point that you have to keep in mind is, always remember, you have to read newspaper and you have to make notes of newspaper from the mains perspective majorly. See, what many people do is they collect small facts or small data which they think that it will help them in prelim, but it makes your newspaper notes very bulky, which is very hard to revise and difficult and not so practical to replicate in actual exam. So I will strongly suggest read newspaper from mains perspective. See, most of the UPSC prelim questions are inspired from editorials of the newspaper. This is against the widely held perception that UPSC prelim is about minute facts. No, majorly many questions are derived from the newspaper editorial sections of the newspaper. See, if you are following Ashok Gulati in Indian Express regularly, this year question of comparison between Indian agriculture productivity and China's agriculture productivity become easy to address. Israel's policy in West Asia becomes very easy to answer in this year prelim if you have gone through newspaper regularly, like articles of C. Raja Mohan. So have mains utility in the mind. You have to find data, fact, figures, case studies from newspaper from mains perspective. Always ask while reading newspaper one question: what is my attempt year of UPSC? When I am going to give mains? Suppose you are going to give mains in September 2024. You are having attempt in 2024. So mains will be in September 2024. So will this fact that I am writing now, noting down, will have relevance in 24 September? If not, don't note it down. Always ask question of relevance in context of mains year. Many facts will be outdated at that time, so don't note down that. It will substantially reduce your notes burden. Your notes should be concise and to the point. As I said, most of the focus should be on data, facts, case studies and examples, which will add utility and value differentiator to your answer. Then I will suggest you should prepare your notes daily without segregating them. Means, first of all, take 10 pages or 20 pages and write down your content that you are getting from day 1 to day 2 to day 3 in linear fashion. After 15 days or so, revisit your notes. Read again those notes, revise those notes again, and then locate that point in your actual UPSC mains GS notes. Suppose there is a point related to food security. Suppose there is article related to smart PDS that government has introduced recently. Then that smart PDS will be my part of my ultimate notes related to PDS that is given in GS3. So what will be my ultimate focus of notes making? I want to make notes related to specific syllabus point. But don't directly go from day 1 to that syllabus point, because it becomes very hard to organize or segregate facts from day 1. Instead, after 15 days, do activity like this, that I will locate these facts in my notes. What this will help you? It will give you, it will help you in revision. At the same time, it will eliminate unnecessary facts after each 15 days. Many times what happens while reading newspaper, at that moment we feel that this is very important, but after few days we understand or recognize that, see, at that point I felt it was important, but now I am recognizing I was bit emotional while noting it down and I should scrap it. It will again make your note very lean. Then I will advise you to follow one newspaper only. See, in UPSC preparation, always remember less is more. If you are following too many things, it becomes difficult to replicate those. It have less marginal utility. So just follow one newspaper. After your notes are completed, you have complete package with you of your notes, static notes with add-on current affair from your newspaper. Then you can think whether I have sufficient data, facts, case studies or not. Suppose you have completed your basic notes and you find that I have very less case studies related to SHGs. Then you can search extra for that case studies from other newspaper. Like you can search SHG Live Mint, SHG Scroll, SHG The Hindu if you are reading newspaper in Google. It will give you various case studies, or you can simply search SHG Success Stories The Mint, SHG Success Story Scroll. So do such exercise after you have done all your notes, basic notes. Then I will tell you, if you are following one newspaper, identify writers related to specific topics. Means just I mentioned Ashok Gulati related to agriculture, C. Rajamohan is related to international relation, or for that matter Jean Tracy writes related to economics, Surjit Bhalla writes related to economics. So understand or just note down one person from one section and follow them regularly. With this following, you can develop language related to that subject. There is specific language of economics, there is specific language of international relation, and to understand, internalize that language, follow one writer very regularly and religiously. Then remember this fact: when you take one newspaper and while you are reading newspaper, after taking newspaper in hand, don't keep it aside without finishing. Once you have taken newspaper in your hand, you must keep it aside only after you have completed that newspaper. Many candidates do many candidates do. They take newspaper, read half of the newspaper. They think I will read other half after few hours or after some times, and it just lengthens the process. It increases your time and reduces the efficiency of reading newspaper. Give definite time to newspaper reading. Suppose if you are in advanced stage of preparation, 1 hour, 1 hour 15 minutes are more than enough with notes making. If you are initial stage, it will take times, but gradually reduce that time. And with regular following of one newspaper, definitely your time will reduce. So don't just give too much time to newspaper reading, as it will hamper your GS or basic preparation. See, we have to balance between basics and current affairs. And in UPSC, there is negative perception that UPSC is all about current affairs, but basic is more important than current affairs. Current affair can give you edge over others, but basic will help you to survive in this competition. Also, if you are in a very initial stage of preparation, you have not read NCERT, you have not gone through your basic material, then I will suggest you don't fall in the trap of this current affair preparation. First of all, create that base which will give you holistic understanding of what is happening in newspaper. See, those are in initial phases of preparation, or those are in graduation year and still preparing for UPSC. I will suggest you take one newspaper for 1 week, divide that newspaper and just read and understand whether I am correctly pointing out news which is important for UPSC or not. if I am able to understand news or not. So just in initial phase, develop liking for newspaper reading, develop skill of newspaper reading, divide time for newspaper reading depending upon your time space. If you have less time, focus on basic, then you can go for newspaper reading. Those who are appearing for 2024, you should now regularly read newspaper. Suppose there is some concept in the newspaper especially related to economy and you don't know, you must understand it or you must search it. Now what issue many face, that just for searching they give ample amount of time, waste so much amount of time. I will suggest you that you must note down what you have to search from the newspaper that you don't have any understanding, and again give definite time in 1 week or few minutes of the day to search for that actively. Don't just jump to internet to search immediately, as it will again lengthen the process of newspaper reading and it will reduce your efficiency. So these were some of the pointers related to how of newspaper reading. To make newspaper reading more efficient and all this process of note making more concise, I'm starting with initiative called Newspaper Analysis Initiative, which will have weekly lecture on Monday and Thursday. I will discuss newspapers of Monday to Wednesday on Thursday and from Thursday to Sunday on Monday. All lectures will be in online mode and timing will be 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. It will be open to all sessions. Those who want to register can message me on the contact details given in a description link. Thank you very much.